On, oh, it's Arsa actually. He's on, yeah, so they flip the sides and Arsa will be on the defense now. Holding back.
So they're going with the double defense on A side, so they're keeping X and Arsa over there. You can see 5 and 4, they're going to be over there. They're going to keep the, obviously, sniper. Different position, going to be sitting on the bridge, of course, just on the left side as opposed to the right. And it's going to be Treek that does that. Gets a little peek across at 70 kg. Single shot comes off, but there's a man in connector right now. But the rest of AllGamers are stacking up towards B side. And of course, that is going to be where Vase has a lot of work to do. Drace is with him, but he's a long way off, and he's going to have to make a bit of a rotate to get in there. So Vase really has a heck of a job to do here as soon as the smokes come out.
You can see as well how grouped together AllGamers are. They're going to be pushing into B. It seems like they've committed. The smokes are coming out. I believe the flashes are ready. And now it's just when they decide to go. 70 kg deciding just to hold back a little bit.
Trace has got a view. I think you can see him hopping up there. He's like, yeah, they're definitely in this room. They're definitely in there. Okay, he pops down. Gives the support. Now, is the rotate going to come heavily? That's the question, because they have 2 members looking to pick them off. They've actually got 2 coming up mid right now. TMQ and 70 kg are through mid. Now, they've got to get careful they don't get caught out. Keep your eye on that one. Drace gets taken down. Treek manages to get a reply, but it is AllGamers that are going to burst on through. X manages to get himself one on the rotate, coming over from A side, along with Arsa. Now we're into a 2-on-2, but it's not good for the Russians. They are both low on health. ZQ and Even pushing around the corner.
30 seconds to go. The bomb is not down, and a 1v2. The man is Even. He has everything to do now, but look at the double here. X and Arsa, back to back. They have the numbers, and with 20 seconds, Even's going to get taken down. The trade did come in. It was a good clinical play there from ruLegends.
Perfect push, perfect push. What do you do in a 2-on-1? You double push him. He's only going to get one of you, and obviously at this level, you'd expect anyone to hit that shot. 6-4, advantage ruLegends, the first round of the defensive. Are AllGamers going to switch things up? Are they going to go fast and furious? At the moment, they're going to hold steady in position. They are starting to take a little bit more control of mid, though, than the Russians managed in their attacking side. Yeah,
this is where we talked about the side of AllGamers being so aggressive. We've not seen it just yet, but we've seen many, many times them go, 4, even 5-man up A long, really put the pressure on, and maybe we'll see that in a few rounds to come.
It's interesting. It's obviously the pressure that you get by having a player like 70 kg in there with that sniper. They don't want to challenge him. Now, he's not even using the sniper. He's using the M4 at the moment, so he's not even using that sniper. This is aggressive stuff. The Russians, Arsa and Treek, actually going aggressive down A long. Now, there is one member. It is ZQ just around the corner if he gets a little peek. So they managed to hop themselves away. You can see them bounce, 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 making their way back there. Now there's 4 members of AllGamers all starting to stack out around A side. So they've read this well. They've just got to be careful they don't get themselves caught in a mind games here. X is going to be the man that takes some fire, but he doesn't get taken down. He keeps his head low, and it works out well for him. AllGamers back away and start to make the way towards B side.
Now, they only have a minute on the clock. It's enough to do the rotate if they need to. They can commit here to A, but you can just see the power position that X was in there. No one wants to challenge him. And now TMQ and Even, they doubled up on the defense. Now they're doubling up on the aggression. I say doubling up. Look at the 4-man stack here. Edging their way through.
Formation-style movement here. It's perfect and clean.
There's only 2 in defense.
Yeah, it's the 2 that did it before, though. It's Drace and Arsa. They're going to have to go aggressive here as they pop around the corner. It doesn't work out for them. Drace gets taken down by ZQ. Arsa also still staying in there. Oh, he came out late, but he still got taken down. Easy stuff there for AllGamers. Now it's a 4-on-2. Treek and X, they have a lot of work to do. You can see on your screens here, Treek comes around the side. It's a 1-for-1 trade. And now X in a 1v3, almost unwinnable situation as he gets peppered by grenades as he tries to come around the corner. This is the beauty. Like, AllGamers held everything back. They didn't toss those nades out early, so now they just have a plethora. And look at all 3 of them push out perfectly in unison and just charge him down. X had no chance there.
It's almost unwinnable. And round number 5 for AllGamers is put on the chart. Now, will we see that aggressive playstyle just yet? A 2-2-1. Pretty standard stuff so far here. But it's a very, very good start for Even. Already picking up 5 frags so far. LSN popping some smokes down the middle here. We'll be clearing a pathway maybe to get into connector. However, look at X. He's anticipating that push. He's waiting for this, and LSN is going to find himself in a world of trouble if he goes up that ladder.
TRÍK's about to get a little peek down mid, actually. They've just given mid control completely to AllGamers. They dare not even look. He is going to look, though, and X finds LSN as he tries to work his way through connector. Now, that's given him a lot of information, that single kill, because there's no support, which means A site is almost certainly a little safe right now, so let's get someone over to B site. TRÍK is making his way there, so they're going to have themselves 3 members. He has a little peek back mid and backs away, so now he doesn't realize it. Now the rotate comes out. Now they've gone for the counter take here, the retake play, sorry. Vase and Drace sitting very deep on B site, so they're not going to go aggressive. Drace finds 70 kg as soon as he comes around the corner. Bearing in mind, it's 6-5, they're in a 5-on-3 position. This is really good for the Russians.
Yeah, this is potentially round number 7, and there we go. ZQ goes down, a 5 versus 2 as Even's under fire. He picks up 1, but the trade will come in. And now, 3 versus 2 here. A very good stance. TMQ picking up a nice double, and this actually could be a round. If they can just pick up 1 more, but the gunfire's going down, this shouldn't be the case. And Zeven, he's made it a 2v2. This went from a 5v3 to a 2v2. 45 seconds left on the clock, and the bomb is going to go down.
This is not how it should play out here. 2-on-2. This is advantage AllGamers right now. The shots come through. It is going to go Russians' way, but by God did it go the distance. He finds it. Will get the defuse in, no problem. It's 7-5 for ruLegends. Could we have an upset on our hands here? First to 10. Apparently it says 8-5 in the score. I don't count where that's from. They've managed to give 2 points in there. I don't know where that's gone, but it's 7-5 by my
There we go. There we go. It is changed. Keeping your eyes
Someone
on
getting excited on the scoreboard.
Trying to give him an extra 1. However, in my eyes, that was very, very close. Shouldn't have gone down that way, but the Russians are being aggressive on the defense, and it is working. Drace picks up 1. Arsa finds a second, and LSN and TMQ have been erased from this round instantly.
This is basically what they've gained from their aggressive play, from how it's worked on the attack, their successful defense. It's just bought them that moment where they can surprise AllGamers. AllGamers themselves were trying to go aggressive. They were trying to push pile on through into B site. Bam! Ran headlong into a stack of grenades, a stack of gunfire, and suddenly they're in that 5-on-3 situation. Now they almost won a 5-on-3. Let's not get carried away here, but they're on the rotate, and you can look at the minimap. ruLegends have the complete spread right now. They even have the guy looking down mid, so they're ballsy. TRÍK actually peaking at last.
Now, it was a 5v3 last time. They nearly threw it away. They shouldn't lose this round. It should be going to the Russians.
Keep your head down, X. Keep your head down, son. Almost. You heard the bullet rattle past there. Almost caught him out. They're actually rotating back. They're going to go towards B side. And look at the minimap. AllGamers have not, ruLegends, sorry, have not even moved. They didn't panic. They didn't overload A site. AllGamers may well have just caught wind of this and thinking, hang on, we may need to go back here. We may need to try this again. Back to X, keeping his head down as ZQ pushes.
ZQ is pushing forward. He's pre-firing the corners. Not sure if that's going to help him now, but Even finds 1. Even finds a second. He makes it even in a 3 versus 3, and he does even better, but X is going to put 1 down. Even finds a 4th, and now a 2 versus 2 with 70 kg. He's in a 1v2.
Just 70 kg. He's got the bomb. He's going to get the plant down here, so the retake is for ruLegends. You can see it's Vise and Drace. They've been very successful over on B side, but now they have to push. 70 kg. Great flash coming out there. That's actually going to catch Drace, and it will slow them down as they push in. Gets himself just around the side there, flashed out, but they know his position. He's given up a little bit of space here. Pops up. Drace finds him. Now it's 8-5 to the Russians.
And that, again, number advantage. It helps them in the end, but the Russians like to put this one to the wire. And I've got to highlight Even picking up a 4K there. Incredible stuff, but it wasn't enough. AllGamers lack now, and they're behind by 3.
But another 5-on-3 that almost went awry. That's two rounds running. They've had a massive advantage. They have to try and stack one out here, because I got a feeling AllGamers are going to come back heavy and hard. TRÍK just around the side on bridge. Does he realize they're below him right now? They've managed to make through. He's going to hear the footsteps. Absolutely would have heard that. They came in through like a herd of elephants straight up mid there, which is why we're seeing the rotate. 1 man going to get a little peek down there from ruLegends. It's Arsa. Arsa was going to get a little peek down. TRÍK on bridge. Arsa at the back side. Now 5 of them. 5 of them all going to burst through into B site. Vice and Drace got it all to do. It's almost a reverse situation of what we saw before it crashed.
Yeah, and Drace is doing exactly the same. He's checking out who is in that area, and already Bison pop 1 through the window. Trades come in. Drace also finds 1. He finds a second, and he even does take him down, but it's a 2v3. The numbers go for the Russians once again.
They've got the bomb. They're going to get the plant in. And it's a slow. They're looking for the flank right now. You can see the Russians were actually looking around A site. They were wondering where the flank was going to come from. It's not coming. Now you can see LSN. LSN's went huge, remember. He's only on a 1-on-4 so far, and he gets taken down by Arthur once again. It's 9-5, ladies and gentlemen. Match point.
Match point, game point. This is a best of one, remember. The Russians have come to play. They've been here before, they have not performed to their standards, and now this is a chance to really push it all the way.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this, didn't we, at Manila? We talked about Boss taking him down, it's just carnage, they've gone straight down A side. It is a 2 for 2 in the blender as they come running around the corner, make it a 2 for 3, make it a 1-on-3 suddenly. AllGamers could be going down to the loser match. It's a 2-on-1. Even with it all to do right now, he's been such a big player for them. 13-4, he's carried AllGamers on his back, but is it enough? The Russians in a 2-on-1 situation have this in control. Even finally picks up the bomb. He's got a free run to A site now, and you can see the flank is already coming. Vice already has eyes on it, but he's on his own, so it's almost effectively 2 1-on-1s. Even could do it. No! He finds it, and ruLegends take them down 10-5. AllGamers knocked to the loser bracket. Who the hell would have thought this was coming?
Well, certainly not me. We talked about the game previously, but the Russians, they are here, and they want to taste that victory. They've already have a little snippet now, but you've got to think back to Manila, myself and yourself, D-Man, that we were there. They had a shaky start. They didn't perform on day one. It seems like they had a little bit of a shaky start, and it was after that initial cutout. They were doing well. They were winning